Hello everyone and welcome to just a little warm up because look at that. Look at that. See that money there? That's from months and months and months of grinding, saving, doing whatever I can, and I think you know the reason why.
Jesus Christ!
In the words of one Rap DeAngelis, but I'll have to censor this because fuck it. Mansions, baby. Big fuck you, mansions. Yes, I had to go there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to like I said, a warm-up stream for what's coming. We're a little over a week away from the possibly final DLC to this game, A Safe House in the Hills. First, let me go ahead and take care of this little... I should probably park my car somewhere that won't get hit by gunfire.
You fucker!
Помоги мне! I have to call my husband!
So, you're probably wondering,
Yo, where you at, Lo?
so how did you get that much money anyway? I have a set method of grinding. I rely on my businesses, including the auto shop and stuff. I've only done like two heist-based things, which were the vehicle robbery last month in October for the Brigham, but I decided to keep it. And I also did the thing that they're doing this week, where you can get 4 times money on the
Fuckhead! They motherfucking got Ray! Change it now! Rollins is hit! We got a man hit! Fucking hell!
Anyway, sorry about that. So yeah, been doing a lot of grinding because I know that's going to be mandatory. 77, 79, 73. Yeah. You're probably wondering, well, wait, how do you know you have enough money to get one of these mansions? If you really think about it, the only time Rockstar has ever charged an exorbitant amount for any kind of DLC would be the yachts. Those are more of a flex. I feel like the mansions, because of the fact that they're the focal point of the DLC, they're not going to be... They're They're either going to be comparable to the yachts, a little bit more expensive, or far less expensive than you might think. That said, however, I have 37 fucking million dollars. I am fine. How fine am I? Fine enough to do this.
Shit! Get down, dog! You fucking prick! Hit the deck! Watch your head, assholes! Your head!
Nothing like badly aiming at bad guys. Right. Yeah, at least my car's away. Well, at least those guys are leaving me alone anyway. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is a lot of people are saying that these mansions are going to cost like, oh, they're going to cost 10 million or 12 million or something. Think about it like this. The yachts are not a necessity at all in this game. If you want to do the yacht missions, you can, but you do have to have the yacht for those. Even then, they're not so much a requirement as they are just there if you want one. Think of it sort of like something to work towards. The mansions, however, because of the fact that they're likely going to be an essential part of this DLC, I feel like they're either going to be, like, they're probably okay. Think of it sort of like the Kosatka. How you have the Kosatka. It's kind of expensive. What the hell are you doing? And because of that, you know,
Yes, I know.
like it can cost quite a bit of money to get the Kosatka fully upgraded, but you don't need to do that. Like it's there if you
What's
want
going
it,
on, brother?
but the Kosatka is an excellent example of that being an essential part of the DLC, because without the Kosatka, you can't do the Cayo Perico heist as a host. You have to rely on somebody else.
You are fucking
So I feel like the mansions are pretty much the same way, where they're still going to be exorbitantly priced, but they have a good reason. And if you think back to what I was saying earlier about this being possibly the final DLC, think of this upcoming DLC as a victory lap. If it's the final DLC before GTA 6 releases, even though that got delayed to November next year, then it makes total sense, because why would Rockstar wait all this time to give us mansions? Like, they could have easily have given us mansions at any point in this game's run. Why are they choosing to do so now? Because if you really think about it, mansions have been something players have been asking for over a decade. But it's obvious that Rockstar wanted to work on that heavily over these past several years to make sure that they don't flop, you know? And it makes perfect sense, because a lot of the DLCs they've done lately have just kind of sucked. Like, for example, the the bounty hunting update. The only good thing was the cars. The bounty hunting, not so much. Yeah, you get plenty of money from getting the bounty then, but you have to wait an in-game day to get the money, which sucks. At least with the Chop Shop update, like, the only thing you had to do was either salvage the car that you stole or sell it to Yusuf Amir to get more money than the salvage. Then we have the Agents of Sabotage, which came out last year, almost a year ago. And for that, like, you get the money immediately after completing the robbery. Or not robbery, the FIB priority file. Or any of the files for that matter. No! They hit the cow! No!
What the fuck, dude?
Poor Moo Moo. Wait. That. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just. Wow. That was actually kind of sad, because I really like cows. Anyway. As I was saying, so I feel like these mansions are going to have something tied to them that makes them worth their value. Even then, I don't think they're going to cost like, oh, this one's going to cost 20 million. They're probably going to cost a lot more of an agreeable price. Obviously with like a shitload of customization. But thankfully, that's why Rockstar has been giving us all these bonuses lately. Think about it, like, you have the ability to do money laundering missions at the car wash, the weed place, or the Harley Tours place, which will cap out at $1 million, which you can only pick up at the car wash. Of course, you do have to manage your heat level to make sure you can just keep doing it, keep on going. But the problem with that is, you really want to keep doing that over and over and over? Because, yeah, sure, it does give you almost $1 million once you cap it out, because after several of those missions, which, again, you'd have to manage the heat level. But there's so many other ways to make money, too. You've got the auto shop, where you can do the client jobs, or even just the robberies, which I did. Okay, So let me boil down my general strategy for grinding as much as I have. When I started out on this grand journey of saving up as much money as I possibly could to get ready for this DLC, I made an initial goal of 100 million. I realized at some point that that just wouldn't be possible, partially because of the fact that in real life I had things I had to do, and not only that, but it just seemed really unrealistic. Then I lowered it down to 50 million. You know, I could still technically do that with the 8 days we have left until the DLC, but even then, that's still kind of a stretch. Then it hit. Why not just make it more agreeable by going for 40 million? You know? So that way, like, I'll have plenty of money to get the property, and whatever money I have left over, which will likely still be a lot, I'll still have enough to get, you know, whatever vehicles I'd like to get, whatever clothing I'd like to get, you know, all that kind of stuff, and still check out what this DLC has to offer. I guess what I'm trying to say is grind however you want. For me, I decided not to rely on any kind of heists or anything like that. The only time I did a heist, or any kind of heist kind of thing, would be, like the priority file this week, and that was just because the opportunity was there.
What's happening?
But, you know, take it from me, there's plenty of ways to make money in this game to get ready for this DLC. I'm not saying you have to do the exact same thing that I've done to get ready. It's just, I wanted to challenge myself with, you know,
Come on, baby girl. Don't do me like that. You ain't gotta be so cold. You looking for a fucker? One of our peoples is down. You ain't
anyway.
And they shot my car.
Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is grind however you want. The reason why I've been grinding the way I have, where it's like auto shop clients, where it's just bring the cars to the customers, or, you know, the biker thing, or anything like that, really. The reason why I've been doing that is it is an efficient way to make money alongside the businesses that you have, like nightclubs and stuff. It's just that I wanted to challenge myself by exclusively sticking to those. The only time where I didn't do that was, again, the vehicle robbery last month, but I didn't sell the Brigham. I ended up keeping it because that was the capable vehicle. I don't know if that's a word, but I just made it the hell up. But then we have the actual, like, FIB file, like the priority file. The reason why I took that is because of the fact that, you know, it's a good opportunity. I wanted to take a small break from what I was doing and give myself a big bump, and I did. And it paid off well because I am well on my way to 37 million. 38 million, not 37. But what I am saying is, whatever happens with this DLC, and this is a message to Rockstar particularly, please make this DLC good. Please. We don't want it to be another December stinker that we've had, like... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, 2022's December DLC was great. The Blood Wars DLC, Chop Shop was really cool. The Agents of Sabotage DLC, that was great. But the summer DLCs have all been kind of... But I'd say the worst out of the 3 December DLCs we've gotten lately would absolutely have to be the Chop Shop. And I'll say why. You have to wait an entire event week just to do the vehicle robberies again unless you've completed all 3. the DLC is good, and you know, you have good cars, you got good pay with the robberies, but at the same time, it has a drawback of you gotta wait an entire week for this thing, which was a similar structure to the bounty hunting update that we got that same year in 2023. Wait, no, in 2024. Yeah, 2024. No, I got that wrong again. Okay, no, let me remember. 2023 was when we got the Chop Shop update. The following DLC that we got in June of last year was the Bounty Hunting update, which had a similar pattern of the most wanted target being a week-long wait between them. And then for the Agents of Sabotage DLC last year in December, you could do the regular FIB files, not back to back, but you just have to alternate. It's just the priority file can only be done weekly. But even then, I don't mind that. But I'm hoping that for the Mansion DLC, that we get something truly spectacular, because honestly, we desperately need a good DLC. You know, we don't need another stinker. We need something that if this is if this is the final DLC, sorry about that, I had something in my throat. If this is going to be the final update to GTA Online, and maybe they'll have something in the summer next year as like a smaller sort of like quality of life thing, please let this final DLC be like the best of all time. Don't let it be another stinker. I know that you're transferring resources over to GTA 6. That's why the DLCs haven't been as good as they used to be. But I feel like the reason why is because they've been also pushing developers in Rockstar Games to make this DLC, the Mansion DLC. Because again, Mansions have been something that we've been asking for quite a long time, at least 10 years. But obviously what it is that Rockstar, they likely really wanted to give us Mansions like a lot sooner. But they wanted to wait until the players themselves were ready. Like players like me who have been playing this game for 10 years now. Because I started playing GTA Online in March of 2015. For someone like me who's been playing this game since just after the Heist DLC came out, I want this DLC to be the best thing ever. And make no mistake, I know they're gonna do well. You know, you're gonna have like really, really cool like cars. You'll have the mansions, which I'm not even disappointed that we're only getting 3, you know? Because it makes sense, because you have like the 3 construction sites. Yes, I said 3, because if you look closely, you'll have like the one construction site that's next to Miguel Madrazo's house, you know, Mini Madrazo. And then you'll have the other building site, which is kind of close to the casino above that Vinewood Bowl place. So that's either going to be 2 separate mansions, or it's probably going to be the Big Daddy, which, if it's the Big Daddy, I'm going to get that bitch. But if that is the case, then I wonder if maybe Devin Weston's old house, now that he's not alive anymore, because as you all remember, GTA Online canonically confirms that ending C in GTA 5's story is the canonical choice. So endings A and B are not canon. And this can actually be referenced in the fact that during one of the casino story missions, Tao Cheng mentions that he was almost killed at the country club in Chumash, and that he doesn't want that to happen again, which is kind of humorous, but it also references the fact that he is alive. So, yeah. But I guess with that, I will go ahead and, yeah, I just wanted to make this stream to let y'all know how I've been doing. I've been doing great. And, whatever ends up happening come next Tuesday, I hope it's one hell of a DLC, because if 5 years ago we got the biggest ever DLC in the Cayo Perico heist, we can absolutely have a monumental DLC again with the Safe House in the Hills DLC. I am hoping to high hell that this DLC will be like a fantastic send off to this game. Because make no mistake, I'm still going to be playing this game all throughout next year up until GTA 6 launches. Unless that gets delayed again to 2027, then I'll be 30 fucking years old. But, you know, if the game doesn't get delayed again, which hopefully it doesn't, I want this DLC, if it is in fact the final DLC, the send-off to this game, the Sunsetter. I'm gonna remember why I said Sunsetter, because I got something planned. But if this is going to be the final update to this game, aside from smaller updates that, you know, make sure that things are working well and good, I want this update to be the best one we've ever had since the last time we got a really good update, which was the contract, I think. That was like 4 years ago almost. Holy crap. But yeah, so with that said, and all that done, I'll check back with you guys next Tuesday for something I've been planning for over a decade. A decade in the making. Call it a history lesson of sorts, but also disguising itself as a lead up to what I've been wanting to do. See you guys then. Oh, and I guess since I haven't done the outro yet, I hope you've enjoyed this, not endured this. If you've enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you want. Sorry, I'm just overwhelmed with excitement. And yeah, let your friends know about my channel so that way they could check it out. And yeah, we've been through a lot of crazy adventures on this channel. From our humble beginnings almost 10 years ago to where we are now. You can see that my experience in GTA Online has been nothing but pleasurable. I've made friends, I've had breathtaking experiences. I want to see that all culminate in next week's stream when the new Mansion DLC comes out with something that will truly be reflective of it. But with that being said, I'll see you all next week. Take care.